Welcome to Love Media. I'm April M., otherwise known as Coach Hot Sauce. I'm a relationship development coach, meaning that I invest in your personal development to help you bag the hottest relationship you could ever imagine. I'm an everyday person dealing with everyday things, just like you, and this is episode 1. Lego. Today, for my first video, I'm going to weigh in on the situation between Will Smith and the nice, strong dome slap that he gave to Chris Rock. Baby, listen. Okay, so here's the thing about that. I have heard so many different reasons as to why he should not have done what he did. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm just going to give you how I feel about the situation. Number one, don't y'all know that these people know each other? Okay, these so-called elites, they know each other. Okay, they know each other. They're frequenting the same parties. They're frequenting the same events. They're eating at the same places. They're vacationing at the same places. Most of these people know each other. Okay, so you know how when you know someone, you pretty much know their facial expressions. You know when they're serious and when they're not, right? You know when they're joking or when they're pandering or whatever they're doing. You know when the situation changes. Okay, so obviously Will Smith got to the point where he was like, oh, he for real, right? So he really got to the point where he was just like, So what you're going to do is, Will Smith got to the point where he was like, so what you're going to do is you're going to embarrass my wife in front of the entire world in real time, in front of my face, right? And I think people are kind of missing it because I'm seeing situations, I'm hearing people come back and say things like, well, why he didn't do that to the last guy that when she cheated on him or whatever with this other guy. My thing is this, first of all, why do you assume that he didn't, right? Why do you just naturally assume that he didn't do that? We don't normally find out when things actually happen until the autobiography comes out and they're dead by then. Right? They're dead. So we don't figure that information out or even get a glimpse of what the real situation was until they're dead. Right? Will Smith has some level of power here. Okay. So at the end of the day, you are not in the game that long and have no significant amount of power. So we don't really actually know what he did to that young man. Okay. We might find out years and years later, but we don't know exactly what he did to that young man. Right? We simply just don't know. And so at the end of the day, right, so my thing is this, we also have to understand the climate in which Black women live today in America. You can't just say anything that you want to say about a Black woman in America today, right? You can't, because first of all, it's dangerous, okay? Black women are being beaten, right? They're being violated, they're being killed, right? By pretty much everybody today. Right? And I hate to say it and be so blunt with the situation, but nobody's blind here. This climate for Black women, for African-American women, or for Black women in general, whether you're from America or not, is scary, right? It's dangerous. So you have to watch what you say. You can't just say anything that you want to say about a Black woman to the entire world, basically diminishing the beauty or the character of a Black woman in front of everybody, right? I do feel like Will Smith got to a point where he was just like, now, you know what? You might be trying to put it across as a joke, but me and you, we know exactly where you're going with this. We know what you're trying to do here, right? And so he made his way up to the front and gave him one of those nice, swift, don't try that again, right? And, Pimp walked on back to his seat. I feel like, okay, as a Black woman, I feel like, okay, I'm not saying that I condone violence because I don't, right? I am not a violent person. I don't condone violence, and I don't condone just walking up, putting your hands on someone. But I am going to say this, when you mess with people's family to a certain degree, and some people just don't play that. It's certain areas that you just don't go cross in their lives. And when it comes down to their family, their wife, their kids, their husband, you might run into some problems, right? Now, you saw what he did when he got up there, like, uh-oh, as soon as he walked up, it was, uh-oh, oops, then all of a sudden, right, he wasn't ready for that dome slap. I think, to be perfectly honest, I think he should have gave him one of them, the backhand where you get the knuckles, right? I I personally think that he kind of already knew he overstepped his bounds. He just didn't care. You know, he just didn't care. And he ended up getting, ultimately, you know, like they say in the hood, you got what you was looking for, right? He ended up getting what he was looking for and just didn't expect it, right? And like he said, Will Smith just slapped the ish out of me, right? And well, like he said, you know, this is interesting, you know, and the whole world has seen it. The same way he sat up and disrespected his wife in real time in front of the entire world. So as far as I'm concerned, hey, Hot Sauce ain't got a dog in the fight, but what I'm saying is this: you have to watch what you say and what you do, and anything goes at this point. Anything goes. You can pretty much do anything that you want to do and say anything that you want to say. And what happens is when you're in front of someone and you do and say the wrong thing, you might get dealt with, right? And he simply just got dealt with. So at the end of the day, you know, I really don't follow, you know, things like that. To be honest, I'm not really into things like that, but I thought this one would be interesting, and I also thought this one would be good to start my show off, or my channel off, and just talking about, you know, how things happen in relationships, you know, regardless to whatever him and Jada Smith have went through. We can't just assume that he's supposed to just lay down and allow every man to just walk on his back because his wife, you know, committed adultery. We don't know what he did. You know, we don't know what goes on in the inner workings of their relationship. And really, to be perfectly honest, it's just not our business. If they want to tell us parts of their life, then okay. You know, some people feel like all celebrities have to tell you all their business because they're a celebrity. I think that that's weird. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like, share. I'm Hot Sauce. I'm your personal development relationship coach, and I'm out. Have a great day.